What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel again. So sorry that the audio is not, I don't know how the audio sounds on the iPhone. I'll check it out after. But this is the first video that should be coming out after my intro video. So what had happened was, I said in the intro video that my first video is gonna come out in a few days. And that was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, and I'm gonna be gone to Durban for a consultation with the church for the next 3 days, and then I'm gonna get back this side on Saturday night, meaning that I will only get a chance to do a video probably on Sunday, either on Sunday or Monday. Sunday is very busy because I'm doing church, so Monday it is. Right, and I felt like, okay, maybe that would be too long for some of you guys to wait. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna be doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing my thing at this church in Durban. They're gonna have me down there for 3 days. So why not take you guys with me? So this is day one. I've just packed up my stuff and I'm about to go. Guys, I've never done a vlog before, but like I said in my intro, it's not about perfection, it's more about showing up. Let's just do this thing, man. So come with me to World Gospel Impact Church so that we can upgrade their live stream. Let's go. Yeah, it's raining very bad today, but we are all packed up. My bag is a little wet over there, but let's go. Let's get out of here. So while we enjoy this nice drive to Durban, let me let you in on what we are going there to do. So a couple of months ago, I got a call from one of my favorite bassists in the country, Mthethwa, who is the MD there. Man, I've been a fan of this guy since they did that first Khaya Mthethwa album called The Uprising. That album was sick. But anyway, he called with regards to his church called World Gospel Impact Church, saying they needed help with the way their live stream sounds. So in this situation, what would normally happen is that we set up a consultation visit. So that's me coming by your venue. I assess everything, meaning I look at all your tech and your facilities, and I advise you from there. If anything can be done at the time of the consultation visit to improve matters, I do that also. My advice is with regards to everything from the placement of your PA system to the setup of your stage in relation to the PA system, even to the instruments that you are using. For example, many church venues actually don't have great acoustics, and as a result, they will be better served by an electric drum kit. But the issue with that, especially when it comes to black church, is that the acoustic drum kit is a core part of our gospel sound. So an electric kit is always hard to sell. In fact, I am yet to convince a church that needs it to switch from acoustic to electric. Another thing that contributes to that as well is that the electric drum kits that are more affordable don't really sound that good, and even the good drum kits will need you to play around with the samples a little bit, but I digress. So that consultation visit happened in December during my first family vacation as a married man. Fun times. I'm based in Johannesburg, so I happened to post on my WhatsApp status that I'm in Durban, and the man called me and asked me to come through. So I pulled up to the venue and we discussed a few things that I've already mentioned. He let me know that they currently stream through a virtual console template on Logic Pro, which is perfect because I do that also at my church. In fact, guys, the next video is about the difference between streaming on a live console and streaming on a virtual console, and how you can go about creating your own virtual console on Logic Pro for your own live streams, because we know virtual consoles are actually very cheap to deploy, especially when you already have the tech in place. So if you don't want to miss out on that video, be sure to subscribe to this channel and put on the notifications so that you don't miss that video when it drops. So there wasn't much I could do to improve things at the time because the computer that we're using was severely out of date, and as a result it wouldn't have had enough power to run the kind of mixing template that I build on Logic. I mean, I put a lot of stuff on there, so it's quite heavy. So I left that meeting having agreed with them that they need to buy a new computer and I would come back another time because they pretty much had everything else. Well, that time is now. Okay, so let's carry on with our drive. So at this point, we had reached the garage in Pietermaritzburg, and notice I said we. So what had happened was just after Harrismith, there's like a patch of roads with some very nice curves, and if you like to drive and you've driven to Durban, you know what I'm talking about. There's like some very nice curves. Yes, there's a speed limit, but it's safe to say I did manage to do some spirited driving, and in the process, I ended up wasting quite a lot of petrol. So when I took a bathroom break at a total garage, I was met by this old man, nice old man, whose car broke down and he had taken a hitchhiker. And so he was asking, can I take this guy to PMB since I'm headed down to Durban? Look, I'm not one to pick up hitchhikers, but the guy was very nice, and I did just waste a lot of petrol driving like a maniac down the N3. So I just told him, hey man, if you can put petrol, we can go. So I managed to stay on budget. They put petrol and we were driving all the way down to PMB. So when I was dropping the guy off at this garage where he would meet his transport going home, I took the time to inspect the car a little bit because we did drive through some very bad weather also. So yeah, man, took a break, and now it was time for the final stretch to World Gospel Impact Church. So I immediately arrived on site, greeted the guys, and then I went on a walk around to just figure out where everything is, what we are doing, just to get a good lay of the land for all the gear that we are working with, especially because I'm not the main engineer, and so you don't want to be the weakest link on the chain. You want to get things very fast. I was very mesmerized by this particular light fixture. I love its movement. It's really cool, and that was the pattern that it was making up on the ceiling. That was very cool to see. Obviously, the production company that was setting this up was still busy. This was the Wednesday before day one of the Faith Conference, and already it was shaping up to be a very, very nice production. They had on here a very beautiful Martin audio PA system. I specifically love these subs, man. These subs are very, very sweet and very powerful. This station right here was for the second keys player. Directly behind him, you've got organs, and then directly behind him, you've got horns. And then I jumped back to backstage by the media room, so just to check on what's going on there, only to find the lead engineer Pumlani already setting up the console for me, which was really good. And so the night ended with me just sitting down and installing all the plugins that I would need to mix this broadcast. So I woke up the next day, spent time with family because I was staying with family for the duration of this visit. Today was day one of the conference, and so it was a pleasant 30-minute drive back to the venue. When I arrived, the band and the vocals had not yet arrived, so I took the time to actually do my walkthrough again, taking note of the wedge positions as well as where the drum kit is, because between the wedges and the drum kit, those are the two areas where I would be receiving the most acoustic bleed onto my backing vocal microphones. As some of you may know, acoustic bleed is literally your main enemy when you are doing a mix. And then I was also taking note, obviously, of the size of the stage, because the bigger the stage, the more spaced out you can have things be. Obviously, this side, the main source of bleed would be the horn section, which would be on the far corner over there. So the initial plan was that I was supposed to build a mix template on Logic so that the church could use to then live stream their services. Because remember, when we parted, the idea was that they were going to buy a new computer, which they did. But when I got to the conference, I also found that they had also managed to get themselves a very nice Avantis solo for broadcast, which means that we could actually now build a more hybrid system where we can take advantage of the reliability of the live console plus the flexibility of processing of the DAW and have a hybrid setup going. And so that's how I set myself up for the conference, and this is how day one of the conference sounded like. So that was day one, guys. Obviously lots of improvements to be made, but considering the fact that I didn't attend rehearsal, I think that sounded decent. But I was literally gearing myself up to make massive improvements for day two of the Faith Conference. So on day two we had Dr. Tumi join us in worship, and here's how that sounded like.
You're more than enough. El Shaddai, all sufficient one. You're more than enough, Lord, you are. You're more than enough. El Shaddai, all sufficient one.
And that was day two with Dr. Tumi sounding much better. And so we quickly went on to day three. And on day three, we were joined by literally one of my favorite artists of all time, pretty much in the South African music space. And that is Pastor Khaya Mthethwa. And here's how that sounded like.
phakathi kamdububisi ngaphakathi kwam ngigcwele noson izenzo zami hayi ke namanga njengalo feeling sithi kuthe amandla fomonise wakaqwela laphakathi imalawo yekuthe mekuphela amandla yekuthe mekuphela
Unfortunately, I have to end this video, guys. If you'd like to catch more of that performance or any of the other performance from the Faith Conference at World Gospel Impact Church, please visit their YouTube page. I believe that the live is still there, as well as their Facebook page. Give them some love. Go and like their pages. Go and follow them on social media. If you are looking for a church in KZN, please go and visit them. They are in the Mayville area. Check them out. They are good people. Thank you so much, guys, for hosting me for such a wonderful weekend. This was pretty much one of the best conferences I've attended in a long time. And it was sad that I had to leave you so soon, but I had to go back to my family in Johannesburg. Yeah, man. What an experience. What a weekend. And guys, there's more content coming through to this channel. So please do me a favor, like this video, share it with like-minded friends, and subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss the next upload. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.